Nixon. There was considerable action today. The Senate Republican leadership decided unanimously to recommend that the president appoint a new prosecutor. And on the important Senate Judiciary Committee, both Republicans and Democrats agreed unanimously that there be a new prosecutor. Here's Paul Duke with more on the Senate story.
The Senate Judiciary Committee voted to begin hearings next week on the ouster of Cox, with Cox the lead-off witness. No one, not even Republicans, defended the president at the meeting, and everyone agreed Assistant Attorney General Henry Peterson should not be in charge of the investigation.
Well, of course, I like Henry Peterson. I think he's strictly honorable. But I think that the prevailing sentiment is for a special independent prosecutor.
Just saying we're going to appoint a special prosecutor does not do the job. It has to be a special prosecutor who cannot be fired as soon as he starts cleaning up some of the dirty linen.
In general, the sentiment seems to be overwhelming for a special prosecutor. Now, something will depend upon what can be agreed upon by way of either a reaffirmation of the present charter, or the drawing of a new charter, or passing a law, which would have to, of course, be in the form of regular legislation. I voted for the idea of Mr. Cox taking charge, and I was delighted that he did. I think he's very capable, and I regret that he had to leave that post.
The fact that such a staunch conservative as Nebraska's Roman Ruska favors an independent prosecutor symbolizes the president's problems in Congress. Because the public outcry has been so great, Republicans feel they can't go along with a Justice Department investigation. For this reason, GOP leaders have sent word to the White House that a special prosecutor must be named to avoid any appearance of a whitewash. Paul Duke, NBC News at the Capitol.
In the meantime, the man responsible for the overall Watergate investigation, Acting Attorney General Robert Bork, was meeting with reporters. He had with him Assistant Attorney General Henry Peterson, who will handle the actual investigating. When he ordered Cox fired, President Nixon said he wanted no more lawsuits demanding his private papers. But Bork said he doesn't feel bound by that order. And Bork confirmed Carl Stern's report this week that he had thought of turning in his own resignation. Here's Stern with more on the story.
Acting Attorney General Bork and his Criminal Division Chief Henry Peterson came on strong, vowing to get all the evidence they need, even if it means suing the president. They said it was their impression that the president would not interfere this time.
We expect a thorough professional job. We expect to press for evidence where it's needed, where it's necessary, and where it will be helpful in the prosecution of the case, where it's called for in terms of professional discharge of our responsibilities.
The president gave me a letter and also said orally that he expected vigorous prosecutions. I believe that, and there will be vigorous prosecutions. We will go for whatever evidence we need for complete investigations and successful prosecutions. I am going to press hard. No man in my position could conceivably afford not to press hard. I intend to walk out of this job with my reputation unimpaired. And that's the way it's going to be.
Bork is considering procedures to make the investigation seem more independent, including perhaps the appointment of another special prosecutor. The former special prosecutor's force is a sort of a gun aimed at the president's head, which is one reason it has not quit. If the White House again cuts off evidence, the former special prosecutor's staff would probably walk out, creating an uproar which would increase the chances of a presidential impeachment. Carl Stern, NBC News at the Justice Department.
And at the House of Representatives, there was still movement toward a consideration of impeachment. Chairman Peter Rodino of the House Judiciary Committee wants personal subpoena powers to compel witnesses to appear should there be a hearing. And in a preliminary committee vote today, he was assured of getting those powers. We'll have more on the